Dog! I've gained a friend. I don't know who he is, where he's come from, where she's come from rather. She's very beautiful. But she's following me now. She's got an identity chip on her, so I'm going to see if I can find someone who can just take her to a vet or something. She's very well trained. Are you alright?
Much nicer than cats. I have too many cats. We have 9 cats.
Poor little thing.
We didn't plan to have.
Well, I've been a good doggy Samaritan today then. The dog is with the dog warden, so they're with the right people. She had a microchip, so she can be scanned. So she's hopefully going to get returned to her owners, who she's as nice as she was to me to them. I'll be very grateful because she was a beautiful little thing. So the bit inside where we were was in the Duke Street Cafe, and they're really nice and let me stay there and gave the dog some water, the dog that I'd found some water. And as they were closing and they were getting rid of some stock for the day that was a bit old, being a good Samaritan, get your cookies, it turns out. They gave me 2 chocolate chip cookies. You want my other one?
No, the child can have it.
I'm your hero, I saved a dog.
Yeah, the child can have my cookie.
Back in the kitchen again, and we are making pizza. But we're making pizza without an oven. Now it is possible, I did it the other day, and it was quite successful, wasn't it? I think it was good. So we've got some dough rising, Beanie made that. It's about to fry some onions and make a pizza sauce. Now the process is quite a bit of a fiddle. So once I've made the sauce, I then make the bases. Oh no, wait a minute. I'm doing it the wrong way around. Stop! Yeah, so I was doing it the wrong way around. I've got to make the bases first. Because our dough, we don't own a rolling pin. Wine bottle. So I cook the pizza dough just on one side, say this side, the bottom side. I take them out and I lay them on a plate. I'm making 2 pizzas, bear in mind. I do one, then I make the sauce, then I put the pizza dough back in a different pan, in the dry pan again, that doesn't have the sauce in, and lay it the other side up, put the sauce on the cooked side, add the cheese, and put the dry frying pan on top to make a little oven, and it melts cheese, keeps the sauce warm, and cooks the other side of the base. If that makes any sense, it probably doesn't. Just watch. Here's our rolled out dough, and this is going to go into the dry pan. I'm going to do that twice, so I've got one here, one ready to roll there. There we go, that's going to cook in the dry pan, and it's going to rise a little because this is a yeast dough. So the real trick here is just to cook it one side, because we're going to flip it and have the browned side up to put the sauce on, then cook the topping and cheese. I think this is about where we came in. So now the oiled pan is now on the hob, the dry pan is over there ready to make the oven. There are 2 half-cooked pizza bases there. My pizza topping recipe is pretty basic. Bit of onion skin in there. It's onions browned slowly rather than burnt. Just cook it real nice and slow. Garlic. Then garlic. Then we add a can of chopped tomatoes. Everything we get is basically from Lidl's cheap range. Cost very much. What did we work out that these pizzas cost us last time?
£1.37.
For 2 pizzas, homemade pizzas.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than buying 2 frozen pizzas in most cases. I know there's pound ones, but they're shit. There we go, the tomatoes, and now I add about a can again of water, roughly. Why do I add water? Now, what we do now is we crank up the heat and get this on quite a fast boil. And this will help reduce all those onions, break them down a bit, and the garlic and everything, so it becomes a paste basically, rather than things in a tomato sauce. It'll all become one mass of delicious goop. First, plenty of salt. Well, I don't know, a load of grinds, how many of that was. Black pepper, we've got some coarse ground black pepper stuff. That's got to go in.
Okay, do you want to go in?
And you can put one half of a dog in, if you've got a dog hanging around. And then we've got an oregano thing. You can use some mixed herbs. Plenty of this. You can go a bit over the top with this because this really will enhance the flavour of your sauce. And this also, when you cook it slowly and kind of cook it all down with the extra water, the flavour in these dried herbs really comes out more. And then one last cheaty thing to add a bit of sweet and sharp at the same time. Well, we're using Bat's tomato ketchup, which is the Lidl's own brand again. But because we actually can't use Heinz because Ali's allergic to Heinz, there's too much vinegar content and it rashes her face. But this one she seems alright with. So a squirt of this, or you can use tomato puree if you've got that.
Or even barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce if you're a heathen.
If you want a barbecue-y base, add barbecue sauce. Don't you give me that look.
So you can see now the sauce is getting a lot thicker. It's about ready to put onto the bases. So take this off the heat. Wet pan off. Heat turned down because we're going to cook the bases. You don't want to cook them at such a high heat or else it will just burn the base. So get that on. And we're going to put this base back on. That's the cooked side. The uncooked side is going in this way. Then we add some salt. About half this mix. It ends up looking like one of these like fancy gourmet pizzas because you end up with a big load of crust around the edge, which is good for holding, good for dipping in sauce. Now this one's going to be a completely vegan one. This is for Beanie. And the cheese. This is vegan mozzarella. And then to make it an oven and melt the cheese, you put this on the top. Ta-da! An oven without an oven. Brilliant, isn't it? Here we go, here's our pizza. Cheese is starting to melt. This may look like a strange pizza, but that bit there, meat bit, is for Ali, because she likes garlic sausage, but I'm actually going to put pepper on mine, I think. No way. I'm going to have mushrooms. I got mushrooms. I never have mushrooms. Bean doesn't like mushrooms, nor does Ali, but they're on offer in Lidl. So it means I get mushrooms. There we go, and this mozzarella, this vegan mozzarella even melts. Look at that. Again, there is a quarter with ham on. That's not vegan. I know. That's for the baby. This is what the non-vegan one looks like. Just regular cheese. The rest of it's vegan though. Today, I am making onigiri. I've never made onigiri before. Onigiri are little Japanese parcels of rice with a filling. Yeah, it's supposed to be really good. So I've made some filling. This one is going to be, this has got pork sausage in it, spring onions and mushrooms with a spare rib sauce that I bought pre-made. This one is rehydrated seaweed in sesame and soy. And I've got some sticky rice. This one's just plain, and then this sticky rice is with some of that same seaweed but chopped up through the rice. Just got to add some little bit of vinegar to it, and hopefully we're there and I can start making it. Oh, and I forgot this filling. This is just tomato with salt and pepper in it, and I just nuked them and they've gone squidgy. So I've seen a couple of videos on how to make these on YouTube. I'm going to give it a go. I'm probably going to fail. So I've got water here to wash, keep my hands moist so the rice doesn't stick to my hands. What I'm supposed to do, take a little ball of rice from your rice plate. Here's my little ball of rice. Probably need more than this, I guess. I don't know how well this is going to work. I think I'm going to fail at this one. Or maybe not. It's starting to go sticky. So you kind of make a little hole, get some of your filling, plop it in the middle like that. If I said to say it got easier, these ones fell apart a bit because mushrooms wanted to escape when I squidged them. But yeah, they look like onigiri. We're having onigiri for lunch. Ah! And they're all vegan ones. Veggie, veggie, veggie. No, wait a minute. That half is vegan. That's got pork in. These are vegan.
So, how were onigiri? Onigiri were amazing, really nice. I made a little dip to go alongside, which consisted of honey, water, and dark soy sauce, and a little bit of vinegar, so it was a sweet and sour like sort of dip to put them in, and that was lush. And me, Mum, and Bean, and Ali really enjoyed them, and it was one of the first things Ali's been able to eat. Ali's had a little cold, and she's passed it on to me. You can probably hear my voice is quite croaky. And today is Saturday, and tomorrow is the day I'm going to Northampton. So I'm off to Northampton to unload the storage unit. on Monday. I'm not looking forward to it. I'll take you with me. And yesterday, I downloaded some really cool plugins for Ableton that work with my Ableton, and I made something that will make some really good travel music, I think. So yeah, check that out in the next vlog. Okay, bye.